Hey guys, you're watching this one and only. My name is AJ, and we are back. I messed up that intro. Doesn't matter. Continue on. We are back on another episode of the ZONOCraft Let's Play, episode 45. And we're going to continue on with our house today. I went and got some quartz. We need to make it still. I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a little bit stacks of quartz. The quartz sort of dust, whatever you want to call it. Not an awful lot. But it should last us a little... sort of a little while. I wasn't in the nether for too long. We can go and get some more at another point. But it should get us maybe 2 stacks of quartz. So, is it going to get us 2 stacks? Just do the 2 stacks. Okay, I'm happy with that. We'll go with that. And it's night time. Let's go and sleep away the night before we get absolutely trounced in mobs. I have got it on hard mode. I remember this time I checked. And I was right. On Xbox 360... let's say you had a creative world and you had a survival world. If you saved the creative world in peaceful mode and you saved the survival world in hard mode, on the Xbox 360 version, they would sort of keep their difficulty sort of saved. Do you know what I mean? So whenever you go back on it, the creative one was on peaceful and the survival one was on hard. However, on Xbox One, it is different. If you save a world on peaceful, it'll change all of your worlds to peaceful unless you change it back. Which is really, really annoying and a little bit frustrating. But there's not much we can do about it, is there? But yeah, that surprised me. I wondered why sometimes I would be on peaceful mode. I was like, well, I don't go on peaceful mode on this... on this world. Why would it do that? Why would it keep putting it on it? But yeah, it's just because it saves it. So anyway, while we build today... I thought it would be quite cool to go through some of my favourite games on mostly probably Xbox 360, but we will be going through some of them on PC as well and PlayStation a little bit, not too much on PlayStation because I don't play that much PlayStation. That's sort of my girlfriend's console. I don't really have too much to do with it at all. But I do enjoy it. I do enjoy playing on both. So, I thought I'd go through some of the games that I had when I first... when I first got my Xbox 360 many years ago. Probably around 6 or 7, possibly longer years ago. And I think the first game I ever had for it was a game called Viva Pinata. And I'm sure some of you should have heard of it. It was a game that I thought, this is going to be awful. Do you know what I mean? This is going to be one of those pooey games, and it's going to be no fun at all. Well, I must admit, guys, I was seriously wrong. I absolutely loved Viva Pinata. It was such great fun, and I really have no idea why. Where'd those pillars go? Did I use... No! It used the pillars to make the stairs. Oh, unbelievable. That's a waste of quartz. That's so annoying. Did I put them in somewhere else? Did I put them in the chest? Nope. Nope. I got some more quartz here. I'll take that. Yeah. Anyway, back to the Pinata. I absolutely love that game, and I don't know why. To this day, I still don't know why I enjoyed that game so much, but I did. It was brilliant. I played on that for absolutely hours. Well, it must have been over 50 hours because there was an achievement on that game to play more than 50 hours worth, and I got it. And yeah, I really thought it was great. It was a lot more tactical than a lot of people think. A lot of people think that it's just a sort of kiddie game and that it doesn't really it's not really that hard. But if you want to actually play the game how in the best way, you know, how it's sort of not supposed to be played, but in the most efficient way, like how some people play Minecraft just for sort of fun and just mess about. Some people play them for efficiency, you know, and they try and get the fastest doors and the best redstone stuff. So there's different ways to play each game. I need some wood. Let's go and get some wood. We needed that last episode anyway. Yeah, and I ended up getting, well, I think I've got over 900 gamer score on that game, which doesn't sound, well, I mean, a lot of games you can get 1,000 gamer score on quite easily, but Viva Pinata requires a lot of work and a lot of game knowledge, actually, to sort of work out everything and to get all the achievements. So yeah, I played on that an awful lot. Then I think I got into some Guitar Heroes. Where's wood? Up here. Then I got into some Guitar Heroes, and let's just take a stack. That should do, shouldn't it? And I loved Guitar Hero. When I first started, like everybody, I think, I was awful at it and like on easy mode just with the 3 buttons. But oops, after a few months, I suppose, a few months of just playing on it and jamming on it, I think I got fairly good. I could do all songs on expert, so you got to be pretty good to do them all on expert. But I had Guitar Hero 3, I think it was my first one, and then from there I got what they called Guitar Hero World Tour, I think was the other one. And then since then I never really got any more. I had those 2, and then I sort of lost interest because those games, to me, I used to enjoy playing with friends at parties. Do you know what I mean? And damn it, I didn't make enough, and things like that. So when it come to being on my own, Guitar Hero isn't quite as fun on your own as if you got people with you. Then I really enjoyed it. But apart from that, it's maybe a little bit sad, isn't it, if you play Guitar Hero on your own? I don't know. Then what did I get into? Oh, Skate. Skate. If you've never heard of Skate, Skate is a skateboarding game, and it was one of the first Xbox 360 games, I think, or it was fairly near the beginning because I've had Skate 1 for a really long time, and I hadn't had in fact, I think it was my first game because I remember I glitched it, and I had about 800 gamer score, I suppose it must have been, about 800 gamer score. No, about 200, I think. A total, not, yeah, a total of 200 gamer score, not just on the game, but in total. And I played a bit of Skate, and I was very young, so when it got to about sort of 8 or 9 o'clock, I thought, nope, that's it, I'm going to bed. I've got school tomorrow, I don't want to be up on this all night. So I went to bed, come down a bit early in the morning to play on the Xbox because I hadn't had it long at all, and ended up, when I turned it on, I had about 820 gamer score in total, and I was like, what's going on here? And I went onto the achievement list, and for some reason, to this day, I don't know, I know it does happen very occasionally, but for some reason it gave me pretty much all the gamer score on the entire game. And it was so weird that there was an achievement, or 3 achievements, I think, for playing it online, right? And the online achievements, there was one for being a novice skater online, one for being a pro, and one for being a expert or something like that. I can't remember now. And I got the achievement for being a beginner and the achievement for being an expert, but not an achievement for being a pro. Which confused all of my friends, because obviously they had no idea how that happened. I sort of skipped out a whole achievement and got the top one and the bottom one. And after I got that, in a weird way, it sort of ruined the game for me, because I'm not too bothered about them anymore. But when anybody first got their Xboxes, everybody loved achievements. You know, you had to get achievements. You had to have more achievements than your friends on games that you both had. And once it sort of cheated like that, not out of my control, you know, but once it sort of gave me all the achievements, I didn't really play it all that much, which is a bit of a shame, really. But it doesn't really matter too much. I think those windows are a little bit too high on this side. I'm going to bring those down by 1. Yeah, I think that looks better. And then I got Skate 2, and luckily that didn't glitch, so I enjoyed Skate 2 a lot. It was a lot better than Skate 1. I never got Skate 3 though, and I'm so glad I never got Skate 3. I'm sure you guys have seen, quite a few people done it in the end. I think PewDiePie done some Skate 3 videos. I think the Game and Lemon done some Skate 3 videos, and I'm sure you're very, very aware that that game was broken. That game was so broken you wouldn't believe it. It was glitched to hell. It was so bad. So I'm glad I didn't get that, because I wouldn't want it to ruin the sort of feeling that I got when I used to play Skate. You know, I used to play it when I was a lot younger. Makes me feel old, doesn't it? And yeah, I like the first two, but not the third one. What else? I've got sort of a list of my game cases in front of me. Let's not fall off there. I don't really want to come all the way back round again. Fable. Oh yeah, Fable takes me back. It was Fable 2, not the first Fable, but Fable 2. I really, really enjoyed that game, and I think a lot of people really, really enjoyed that game. I also had the third one, and I've completed the third one. I haven't played any of the Connect ones, or whatever they are, Connect Journeys. My girlfriend completed Connect Journeys in one night when I was round a friend's house. They had a Connect. We didn't have a Connect for the 360, but they had one. My friends had one, and when we were all drinking and having fun, my girlfriend just sat up and played through pretty much 8 hours of Fable Journeys all night. And she completed it on their console and got all the achievements for it. So she pretty much ruined the game from then. For them, that house is really coming on, isn't it? I like it. Need some more, a little bit more of this stuff. But yeah, I think I enjoyed that game. I really liked the sort of. It was weird that you could sort of choose what you wanted to do, but no matter what you done, you'd sort of always end up at the same point. There'd be a few little changes in it, but I think it was quite a revolutionary game, really. What? I need to go around the top of these blocks. Just so I can see where the peaks are on those ones. So yeah, I enjoyed that one. Then, I don't know when it was, if it was after that or before that. It was probably before that, and it was Oblivion. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. And I hope a lot of you have played that. If you have never played Elder Scrolls Oblivion, not Skyrim, Oblivion, then you really, really should. It's a little bit more difficult to play now because of the graphics of it. It's a lot more, just really isn't as good as Skyrim. Skyrim aren't the best graphics in the world, but they're a lot better than Oblivion. But the gameplay of Oblivion, I have never, ever, ever found a game that comes close to the gameplay of Oblivion. And the replayability, it's so strange how often I replayed that game, how often I made a new character and went through again. And in the end, I had so many glitch exploits that I could do. Whoops, that went through quick. So many glitch exploits. Am I using the wrong pickaxe? I am. I shouldn't use that pickaxe. Oh well, we'll use it one more time. There we go. I'll go and get my other one. It's just in the chest there. Should we sleep away the night as well? How come there's no mobs? I am on hard mode, I guarantee you. I checked before I came on. Yeah, see? There's an Enderman. Excellent. Can I kill him? Is this a flame sword? Yes, fire aspect. You know, we're going to try and kill him. But we'll see. He'll probably run away. They usually do from these swords. Hello. Goodbye. Hup, hup, hup. It's because he's teleporting, I think, because of the light from the fire. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, well. Ah, yeah. I told you we were on hard mode. I wondered for a minute what had happened. Okay, so, yeah, Oblivion. Brilliant game. And I will never forget. That's probably my favourite game of all time. Or at least console-wise, my favourite game of all time. Oh, this is fun. I like going through my old games. I'm feeling all nostalgic. You know, remembering what I was doing on the quests and stuff. Damn you! Sit down, doggy. You're okay. Get off it. Can't believe he's broken. I just spent like a whole day repairing all that. Is that same Enderman? I bet it is. I bet if I just hit him once... Stop teleporting. I bet he's the same one. Ah, it's because it's daytime. Come here. Don't teleport. Damn you! I'll leave him. I don't need him anyway. We've got enough to get to the end, which we will be doing soon. Very, very soon, in fact. Today's episode 45. Maybe you can guess when we're going to do it. It'd be a nice round number, let's say. Okay, let's work on some of this quartz as well. That's what I wanted to do last episode, but we couldn't actually. We didn't have any quartz to work with. Come to me. Come to me. Right there. Wonderful. So, Portal. Oh, yes, the first Portal. I've played both Portal 1 and Portal 2. And surprisingly, I think Portal 2 is just as good as the first one. I really, really, really enjoyed both of them. Which is odd in a sequel, isn't it? Usually sequels don't make up for the first one. You know, they're not as good. But Portal and Portal 2, definitely games that I definitely recommend you should play if you haven't. And hopefully all of you have, at least most of you have. And if you haven't, the first Portal is super, super cheap. And the second Portal should be, well, relatively cheap. Now it's been out quite a long time. But yeah, I really, really like both those. As far to my knowledge, as far as I know, the first Portal was actually made by like a really small university team, and it was never really meant to be fully released. And then it was fully released, and the game blew up, and it was brilliant, and everybody loved it. And it shows what you can do. It's like Minecraft, you know, how Minecraft blew up, even though it was sort of just a game that really was just between Notch and himself and his friends, do you know what I mean? And then now look at it. It's probably the most famous game in history. I would put it fairly close to. Wouldn't you guys? Would you guys put it close to that? I would. I think it'd be close to the most famous game in history. But yeah, Portal 1 and 2. Very simple, but it gets very, very hard very, very quickly. If you've never played it before. If you've played it once, then you'll never be able to play it again, really. That's the only shame with it, because you know exactly how every single level goes. But if you haven't played it, then it'll be a really enjoyable game for you guys if you haven't done it. So yeah, this is like what you should play episode, isn't it? Call of Duty 4. How has this not come up in this conversation sooner? Call of Duty 4 was probably my first sort of almost hardcore game in a weird way. I played that game to death with my friends. We had a clan. I was well, I was in school. I must have been about 14 or 15. I'm 21 now, and I played that game to death. I got so good at that game, Call of Duty 4. I've never been really that good at the other ones, but I was so good at Call of Duty 4. All of us were. And we were pretty much unbeatable, our team of 6. There was about 13 people, 13, 14 people total in the sort of clan. But you could only have teams of 6 back then. So the team of 6 would be chosen depending on who was online at the time. And yeah, we all had our own tactics. And we were a sabotage clan. Sabotage is a game mode that probably not many of you know anymore. I don't think it's in hardly any of the Call of Duties or any of the sort of war games anymore. It was my favourite game mode. Basically, if you don't know what it was a 20-minute match, which is why it was very, very popular with people that wanted just to get kills. But the main objective of the game was to plant a bomb on the other side's sort of bomb case. And if you planted it on their case, a countdown timer, like a 30-second countdown timer, would start ticking down. And if it got to, if it counted all the way down, the bomb blew up, then your team won. But if the other team defused the bomb, they then had the chance to put it on your side. And whoever picked up the bomb would hold it until they died or until they planted it, and if you died, the bomb would drop exactly where it was. And there's other game modes similar to it, but not exactly the same. And these games could go on for, well, they were 20-minute maximum, which were the longest game mode at the time. But we could, no matter what map, no matter what side we started on, we could get the bomb and plant the bomb within 30 seconds, no matter what map it was. And a lot of people got really annoyed with that, because a lot of people played it just so they could get, like, I don't know, 100, 200 kills, which is sort of quite possible to do in 20 minutes. It was a long game. And yeah, we used to love just winding people up because of it. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. From Call of Duty 4, I never really played that many Call of Duties after that. It was mostly, well, I don't know, it was mostly other games really. I suppose I played a little, well, I played a very small amount of Modern Warfare 2. Not an awful lot, but I played a little bit of that. But because by the time sort of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out, all of my friends and me and everyone, we had all left school and stuff, or moved on from high school, or we had GCSEs and stuff to take, and we didn't have as much time for gaming as we used to. So the clan sort of fell apart. Not many people were coming online anymore, and stuff like that. So we couldn't really do our clan stuff. And so I suppose I'd play it with friends occasionally, you know, old clan groups and stuff like that. Even when I go on Call of Duty 4 now, we still have our clan tag on there, which makes me laugh every time. Yeah, I just like seeing it. It brings back more nostalgia. Yeah, Black Ops 2, I think I've played a fair bit of, I suppose, after Call of Duty 4. I think the most time spent was Black Ops 2. I never really played Black Ops 1 all that much because I was working most of the time when Black Ops 1, the first Black Ops, came out. I was working a lot, so I never really got to play much of it. What do we want to do for the windows in here? I want no windows in this, but I think maybe we'll have the kitchen here. We can have a nice easy wall to be able to put stuff straight onto. Wow, we've done a lot of stuff today. We've built an awful lot. How are we doing for time? Are we out of time? Oh, no, we are. Alright, let's finish off this wall then, and we better leave it there. Well, I know what we can talk about next episode. We can continue talking about these games. If you enjoyed me talking about these games, please let me know, because that means that we can talk about it next episode, and I can go through other games that you guys might enjoy, and other games that I definitely enjoyed when I was more of a casual gamer. And yeah, that'll be great fun. I've really enjoyed this episode. It's time has absolutely flown by. Look at that. Hey, that's really starting to come on. It's just a nice relaxing series, this is, now at the moment. Just being able to chill out and stuff like that and build a little house. Once we get the roof on, it's going to look so much better. At the moment it looks a little bit odd, but now we've got the quartz in there, it's really breaking up the walls and looking nice, isn't it? Alright, we're going to leave it there, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode. Bye!